Greetings all and welcome back to Globbits Gaming Channel. Right, doing a big block of replays in one day. This is Sunday today. I'm just doing a massive block. I've got 6 lined up, 4 of which are from clan members and 2 of which aren't. So there's nothing in particular theme to them at all. It's just that people have sent me loads of replays over the last few weeks, and these are the ones I've decided to use. Now if you've sent a replay and you haven't used it, I will keep it in my archives. I may use it later on when I come to do a review. Okay, so this is Chef Engel. Alright, from my clan. Alright, his real name's Chris. Platoon with him on a regular basis, and he's driving the Object 140 Russian Tier 10 medium tank on a very, very, very Tier 10 game. There is only one Tier 9 tank in this whole game, and that's that poor sod in the Object 430-2. As you can see from Chris's stats, he's average player. He's played a few more games than I have. He's got pretty much the same stats, above average kind of player. And he doesn't elect to go for the hill straight away. Now, this is I was expecting him to go hill here when I was sat there, but he doesn't. He decides to go to this spotting area, well not spotting area, but in D4, D3 area, to put shots into the hill. Now, if you've ever wondered what's going on in Himmelsdorf and people park down here, look what you can do here. At the moment, the average thing, the players at the top of the hill are just going to meet each other and then blah, 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 and just shoot each other for a bit, and then realise that, well, the faster mediums, like that Batchat and Leopard 1, basically realise, oh, we can go flanking. Well, you can't go down the 9 line round this side of the castle if somebody sat here, especially in a tank like the Object 140 with ridiculously good penetration, alright, 264 pen and 320 alpha, that shoots every 5.5 seconds. Accuracy, well, it's alright, but it's the threat of you being here, and this is the thing. And these two lunatics up on the hill, they've basically been stopped because Chris is here. More on that later. You get a choice of 2 vehicles from the T-54. Okay, you unlock the T-54 at Tier 9, and you basically get a choice of this vehicle or the T-62A. Now, I'm up in arms about which one to actually go for. As far as I'm aware, they're very, very similar in playstyle, from what I've read on reviews and what have you. This one, though, has a little bit more gun depression, alright, a little bit less turret armour, and is a little bit more mobile. I'm an advocate of mobility, which in this replay the mobility of this tank does actually come into becoming a factor. Now there's an E100 deciding to do that flanking shenanigans. The Batchat and the Leopard 1 have decided that they're not going to bother shooting Chris anymore, but Chris has got an Object 140 behind him. Now, map awareness, I think he realised he was there, but he didn't actually think he was a threat because of the guys behind him. He's got an Object 430 and 110E4, and here we go. Lovely crisp side shots in this E100. Now, the E100 either doesn't pay any heed to him, or isn't really that bothered about the 280 damage each click. It's one of those situations of this E100. He's kind of in a bit of a shitty spot, really. He's got heavy tanks or tank destroyers, really big, powerful guns to his front, and he's got Chris shooting him in the ass at the side, who's going to basically take him for the majority of his health. I mean, he took him from 2,000 to near enough dead. I mean, he did get shot once. Oh, there's the Batchat back again, but this is just, he's got to stick around to take this shot. Brilliant. Yeah, so he's managed to kill that E100. That E100 could have caused massive, massive problems to the guys up on the hill. And he's still here. This is still a viable position while things are happening up there. But at this stage, he's sort of going to get a bit twitchy, I think, maybe. He's just manoeuvring around for shots, not staying still because there is artillery in play and it's big artillery. He's kind of safe here. He can get hit if he keeps getting spotted in the same spot. And this is when he decides to leave the position because he sees that Waffe Dragon. Alright, that Waffe Dragon is going to be a really, really valuable kill if he can secure it. Waffe Dragon is taking shots and chunks out the Object 430. He manages to kill him with the auto load. I don't know what the 430 was thinking there. But hey ho, that's the third option of the Tier 10 Russian mediums. Apparently it's overall got the highest DPM out of the 3. Not 100% sure on the difference of the stats and what have you, but for me the only 2 choices are this one or the T-62A, and I think based on the mobility nudge, I think I'm going to go for this one. It's a long grind. I mean, I'm going to get both of them because the T-54 is a really strong tank. I'm going to end up getting both of them, but it's nearly 200,000 experience to get either one of these, and it's 6 million credits obviously, but I think I will save up for this particular vehicle rather than the 62A, because gun depression and mobility will a win for me. If you get the 62A hull down, it is a badass. Oh, it is an IS-4 as well. Oh wow, doing the same thing as the E100. The Batchat and the E50M now are looking at us. You can take a few shots at the IS-4, and basically what that did there, it reduced him down of a two-shot for the guys on the hill. Okay. Now the Jaegeru is spamming our location here. It doesn't show you up on the map. If you see the chat, the Jaegeru is absolutely spamming Chris's location. Because maybe the Jaegeru doesn't think Chris is taking that much of a decisive role or pivotal role in the battlefield. Being down here, you really are. I mean, a lot of people just go rushing the hill. They think the only way is hill on hill stuff. Well, it isn't. Anyway, the TE-110E4 pings for help. Chris starts to put the mobility to work. Let's just have a look what this can get up to on the flat ground in a couple of 100 metres. It's doing a solid 50. Now, in a tier 10, 55. I don't think it can reach 60, but a solid 55 kph is worth it. Alright, T-54E1's going to get slapped down for this T-62 if he's not careful. Come round the corner. Finish him off with a ram. Now, do you notice that Chris rammed him at an angle there? Yeah, Chris hardly took any damage in that exchange. Alright, the T-62 took a little bit more damage than we did because we angled our tank and we made him hit our tracks first, because tracks count as spaced armour. Alright, and the ram total damage depends on what the armour value of the area in which you hit it is. So if you hit them with your track, you may lose your track, obviously, which in some cases, in some respects, is not advisable or advantageous to you. But in that case it was, because 62A, I believe, they have pretty much equal hull armour. So they should have took an equal amount of damage each, but Chris managed to angle towards his track, so there's a tip for anybody wanting to ram things. Now the E50M's taking our artillery apart, that's managed to sit. Alright, I've got no sympathy for that T-92 at all. Now I know he can't move very fast, but why is he still there? Your hill's collapsed. It collapsed several minutes ago. At least try and run away and don't sit there. But, feeding easy kills. It's all good. Now, E50 drops off the radar. Object 261 decides to get into the mix. Quite a mobile piece of artillery. It's sort of a hybrid, really. It can be used as a direct fire vehicle. From what I heard, it's got a very, very low gun arc. It's very, very accurate. It's one of the most accurate artilleries in the game. Some describe it as like the laser cannon, or the hand of God, if you like, dropping down on you. So yeah, he's going to help us and assist us. Now, this is the thing. This E50, he's only a yellow player, but he's very, very experienced, and he does something really, really good here. Now, we're putting the mobility to use. It's good at climbing hills, this thing. Can average 25 uphill, even though the speed limit thing's going haywire. Imagine a good 20 up the steeper part of the hill. Yeah, this is reasonably mobile. It's accelerating as well. Loses a little bit of speed in the turn, but then what tank doesn't? Look at all the ping marks here. Look, even though the turret is considered to be weaker on the 140, all the ping marks from the turret in the upper hull here. Yeah. Now the enemies were shooting down on him, but yeah, it's a very, very good turret. Very, very good turret. It has got prominent weak spots for these hatches, and from the side and rear it's like paper, but hey ho, you got to have a weak spot somewhere, right? Okay, so 261's going spotting for us. We're using up the hill. Now he went up here looking for the E50M. Now the E50M is fucking scarpered. He's done one. He's out of it. Spot the Jaegeru. Now this is where the advantage of the gun depression of the 140 comes into play, because we've got the back and the side of this Jaegeru now. Wouldn't be able to do this, I don't think, with the T-62A. So quite an advantageous little snipey spot here. Oh, good shot into him. Aim for the track. He was aiming for the track there, but he shot down into the lower plate, I think. I'm not sure on that one, but it went in. Who cares? Now he decides to leave until he sees, he checks his side, checks back at the Jaegeru and has a look at it, and realises that the Jaegeru's turned round. Right, the Jaegeru's turned round, so we need to stay up here. Now, his original thing there, I believe, was scooting down the hill, going trying to find his original adversary, the E50. But what's going to happen is the E50 has literally done one, and he's going after the capping T-110E4. Now, did the E4 do the right thing here? I don't think so. This late stage of the game on an encounter, it's going to take you 3 minutes to cap. You cannot cap out with a roaming E50. You are going to get found, you are going to get nailed. That E4 would have been better trying to help us kill the Jaegeru, but it turns out we don't need him, but it would have been advantageous. Now Chris basically gives you, here, I'm going to stop the replay. This is a masterclass of how to take out lone tank destroyers in a fast mobile medium. Check this out. Okay, so it comes around the corner. The Jaegeru's got 1500 health. So what's the first thing you shoot, guys? The track. Take his track out. Now the Jaegeru's got an option of using a repair kit or waiting for the crew to naturally repair. In this time, you can plant 2 shots into him. Now the Jaegeru's got a full repair crew. He'll have a full repair crew because that was repaired in that 7 seconds. So he starts to turn. We back off and match his turn. Try and plant one into his tracks again. Unfortunately, don't track him. Drive towards him. avoid his gun, track him again. He uses his repair kit because he realises what kind of big doo-doo he's in. Track him again, and now he's at our mercy. We will reload before he actually repairs his gun. Uh-oh, E50, fuck. Uh-oh. Go for lower plate shots, try and avoid the ram. There we go, avoided the ram. Now the E50 should have just drove straight at us there, but never mind. He's drinking around trying to angle his armour. Oh, beautiful. Right, aim for the turret. Turret's a weak spot. In front of the turret, easily go through this gun. Bang! Headshot. Absolute masterclass. Alright, let's look at the post-game stats on that one then. Well, it was worthy of a mastery badge, and damn right it should have been as well. If that's not a mastery badge game, I don't know what is. That was really, really good. It showed us a lot of the different aspects of the 140 there. Alright, and for me, that's basically swung my opinion towards which tank I'm going to get. I always prefer mobility over armour. Armour in this game is kind of one of those things that it's alright if it works, but I'd rather not be there. Rather not be there and be able to get out of the way. So, mastery badge, we also got duelist. Destroy at least 2 enemy vehicles, cause damage to you. Fire for effect, high caliber, and obviously top gun because we netted 6 kills there. Killed with an artillery, a tier 10 heavy, tier 10 medium, tier 10 tank destroyer, another tier 10 medium, and another tier 10 tank destroyer while shooting the Batchat, Leopard, and IS-4. Alright, fantastic. What do we get on the team score then? Not exactly the high numbers you're expecting on Mastery Badge replays, but this is tier 10, guys, okay? Your 15s, your 16s, your 17s, your 1800 base experiences you get for things like tier 9 shooting at tier 10s. Tier 10, anything between 12 and 1500 is pretty fucking strong. Especially when the only thing on the enemy team are tier 10. Alright. So, you know, that doesn't seem like a lot in some of the Mastery Badge replays. I mean, you see the 2000s and all that kind of stuff, but that for just tier 10 is actually pretty strong. 6,212 damage, 6 kills. Yeah, pretty good. The interesting thing about this is he didn't use any premium ammunition, or at least I didn't see him use any. Alright, the APCR ammo on this gun is very good. But he does keep a little bit of heat, I would assume, for things like E100s and what have you. So 31 shots fired, 25 direct hits, 21 penetrations for 6,000 damage. Received 7 hits but only 1 penetrated. Considering this is the least armoured of the two, that's pretty good. But it was long range shooting at him. There's very few short range shots. 1,700 blocked by armour though. Yeah, so he did. He would have died pretty much without his armour. Yeah, he pretty much would have died. Alright, so there you go. The Object 140, piloted or driven by Chef Engel from my clan. There you go, Chris. I told you I'd use it. Take care of yourselves, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Bye now.